Because Chambers bait, it'll test anyone to the limit.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Good looking shot right here. Pure strike, good result.
Right, and that is close.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. -1, and early going. Now at the second and a medium length par 4, Frank.
Yeah, a slight dogleg to the left, rather long, skinny green here, well bunkered all the way down the left side. Really anything down the right and the natural contours of the land should kick that ball a little to the left.
What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in 1. Let's see if Spieth can get the round going, get the crowd going here. This one would do it. It's for eagle. I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace, it's hard to be critical of that.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
That drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners. Well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Frankie seems to have found something. Already 2 birdies in a row and now another chance.
It's all starting to flow here. This is really important. He's starting to play well, so finish it off here for 3 in a row.
Frank standing here on the 4th tee at Chambers Bay. You can see what this golf course is all about with those dunes on the left and all that sand down on the right. A lot of trouble here.
Yeah, first hole, Rich, really, that bends to the right, but if anything, you want to keep the tee shot down the left side. It's going to give you a better angle to the green. And unlike the 2 previous holes, this fairway slopes to the other direction, to the right.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Safely aboard. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
This for par. Did the job right there. Well, Frank, here at the 5th, and I'm not sure about my chances at a hole that's called free fall. I mean, are you kidding?
Well, should be free fall for you, that's for sure, and free fall for a lot of people playing it today. Hole looks straight away, but you'll see it starts to pinch in, that fairway, that is, by bunkers left and right. And those bunkers come in exactly where you're trying to hit your tee shot.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Nice par to remain 3 under. Getting set to hit the tee shot here at the 6th at Chambers Bay. Frank, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
There's a nice dune down that left side that sort of gives you a good line that you can work the ball off here. But remember, this is a links golf course, so you don't try and fight Mother Nature because she'll always win. So just anything down the left, let that ball sort of kick its way back towards the middle of the fairway. A lengthy par 4 though at 495.
Drivable par 4. Not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Looks like he just misread that. Just a couple of feet. Drops another birdie and moves to 4 under on the day. On the 7th tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
Yeah, this is called humpback, and you can see why there's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But yeah, you've mentioned it, 500 plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill.
That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, getting set for this approach shot. Our featured golfer is a player, it's obvious, in full flight right now.
It is. This is where it doesn't matter what the sport is, and golf is a great example for it, though, where when you play your best, it's almost like you're just playing out of your subconscious. Everything happens, it just flows, and you don't really think about it.
Wow, I thought he made that. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Trying to grind out a par here. Needs it. He'll take par and move on. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
Good contact, good result. This is how the game is supposed to be played. This has been just outstanding. Beautiful to watch. Well, that's the way you draw it up here at the 8th. You want to get it out there. He's done that, and he's kept it in the fairway. Frank, he could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. With a good read, might have been able to make it from that distance, but not to be. That is a handful. 5 birdies now for the round. What a day. Finishing up our front side here at the 9th, it's a par 3. And Frank, how would you describe this hole?
Well, it's an absolute stunner, really, because of the views. And this is where you realize that links golf, minus trees and minus some of the things we see on other golf courses, can still look absolutely beautiful. But don't look at the scenery too much, because you've got, well over 200 yards here. Even though it's elevated, it still requires a good tee shot. But a little 2 here, and you might just have yourself a good outward 9.
Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. It's Spieth now for par. Oh my goodness, how did he miss that? That puts them at 4 under for the round. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, playing Chambers Bay out in the state of Washington in the great northwest of the United States. Frank, let's take a closer look now at the 10th hole.
Well, you can see where you've got to go by virtue of the dunes left and right. This is one of the few greens that is well bunkered around. So you can see it short right, short left, and there's another little bunker just on the left side. So it's a tricky little second shot coming in here.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing.
Now on to the 11th, and Frank, we are looking at a long par 4 in front of us.
We are indeed, and it's called shadows, but there is love in the shadows here. Hit it over that dune down there in the middle of the fairway. If you can get it there around the 300-plus yard mark, then the hole obviously starts to get a little easier. That second shot, you'd like to hit a little bit of a cut in here, but there's 2 levels to this green, so make sure you're on the right level where that flag is.
That is just a beautiful shot. Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
Pretty good shot right there. So they'll tap in. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. The 12th here at Chambers Bay is known as the Narrows. What's the play here, Frank?
2, really. You could just sort of iron it down there, have a little wedge or a pitch in there with no sweat whatsoever. Or, if you want to have a little bit of fun, if you can drive it over that bunker that's just short left of this green, you might just putt for an eagle.
That was a solid strike and a good result. These putts keep the round together. So the eagle goes begging. He still has this for birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. On fire right now. 7 under par. 13th hole now. It's a dogleg right, par 4. Frank?
But at 534 yards, you need an eagle eye, which is the name of the hole, to find exactly where you want to hit this. Doglegs to the right. There is a fairway that's plenty wide to accept a good tee shot. And then from there on in, it's actually a relatively straightforward second shot, providing you can miss that bunker that's just short in the middle of the green.
Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there. About 315 yards. So young and so accomplished already. Jordan Spieth, ready with his approach. Good swing, good shot yet again. Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Jordan Spieth can really roll it. Has good feel. Let's see what he does with this putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, this is the 5th par 4 in a row. And they're not easy. This one here at 14 Really a daunting tee shot.
It is. That's why it's called Cape Fair. A true Cape hole in golf, Rich, is when you've got to decide how much you want to bite off when you hit across a slight dogleg. And this one, really, you're going to be rewarded the further left you can go. There is one little bunker in the middle of the fairway that you have to avoid. That's going to be 320 or so yards off the tee. This hole, 546 yards, you're going to see a variety of second shots, or the length of second shots here, determined purely by the bravery of the tee shot.
Frank, what do you think the designer Robert Trent Jones II and his team saw when they first came out to this site right along the Puget Sound?
I'd like to think they saw what is we know now as Chambers Bay, but I imagine it would be a very difficult process, like all the other Great Links golf courses. You're trying to somehow extract a championship golf course, a test for every level of play, a walking golf course that's going to be fun at some levels and very testing at the highest level. He's managed to achieve all of that.
So many bold landforms, as they say, and those landforms were really just shaped by the wind and the weather coming off the Puget Sound.
Yeah, which really is the definition of a true links. True links is wasteland, which is around the coastal land that can't really be used for anything else. And also the natural erosion. I mean, that's where some of these courses just develop. But these holes will change over the next 50, 100 years, purely by the nature of its location.